Good evening. It's Thursday. I'm thankful that I survived the day and I get to go home and chill. But what I'm not thankful for is it's just y'all doing too much and have allowed too much. And I don't want to talk anymore to the taintified, meaning you tainted. You ain't sanctified, you taintified jokers. I don't want to talk to y'all no more. I want to talk to the people in the world that have a vision and can see and know that there's something wrong. I want to recommend that you get in your Bible, pray, and find you a Bible-based. I'm talking about the actual real Bible-based church. I also want to say I have been for over 5 or 10 years. It seems like I have been forever talking about the state of children, the whole LGBT, ABC agenda, education. I've been talking about this stuff for years. A lot of people, try to dismiss it, make excuses, blah, blah, blah. Now people are starting to really see what I'm talking about. See, when you have a mind for, and I'm not perfect by no stretch of the imagination, because I'm not God. I'm not Jesus, right? But it's just some things that when you hold on to God. See, I'm not out here with people that are going to tell you, oh, I believe in God, but this sin is right because it's 2026. It's a new day. No, I know the word said that God is the same yesterday, today, and always. So you might change. You might want to change with people you influenced by the world, which the word says don't be you got to be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Don't be conformed to the world, but y'all conforming like a mug. And you sitting on pews and in pulpits and you think you can talk to somebody about the Bible when you don't even know who Jesus is. Because again, when you let people tell you Jesus is gay and bisexual and that God didn't know that he create what he was creating, so you need Satan to help him, so you need to roll out all these genders. You don't know what a woman is, know what a man is. See, when people are coming to you like that and you not saying nothing, you're not really God's person. But you're not standing against that and you like, nah, this is my line. Y'all don't have no line. And it's showing in the world. The children are out of order. The homes are out of order. Females are out of order. Left and right. Jezebel all up in them. Ahab, Molech, Pharaoh, Herod, Baphomet, all that foolishness is running rampant. You sanctified individuals keep talking about, mental. No, it's nothing mental, okay? This is spiritual warfare. If you knew God, you would know that. If you stayed in your word and really read it and not picked and choose what you wanted to read, you want to focus on the bless me and the and the oh. No. What'd he say? What'd he say? When you fail to discipline your children or correct them, you are party to their death. Proverbs 19:18. The verse about how Jezebel, you have allowed this woman Jezebel. I have that against you. Do you not think that God, he got plenty against us? Y'all still don't see it? And he still is trying to warn us, but don't nobody want to pay attention. You still want to rebel. So you're rebelling. God is going further and further away. Because what you put in front of him is what is supposed to be your guidance to save you. But it's not going to save you. You have to hold to God in times like this because the mental mind games and everything else are at play. You have boys out here sashaying, polished. You have grown men who are, if they are with this foolishness, if any man comes to you talking about, oh yeah, I support trans children. The only reason you should support a trans child as a man is in order to speak the gospel and the truth to them. Other than that, no. Because you know that they are being mutilated for profit, for perversion, and an agenda. Because when you disconnect from God, you don't know who your God is. So you will accept any God that's put in front of you. You will accept any doctrine that's put in front of you. And that is what's happening. And it's happening so much so to the point, y'all sitting up in churches pushing this foolishness. You can love, we all called to love one another. No matter who we are, what we look like. No matter who we are, what we look like. No matter who we are, what we look like. But we're not supposed to affirm sin. How did Jesus come to bring deliverance? But we're not talking about delivering. We're not talking about doing nothing like him. The only thing y'all know is bless me, oh Lord, let me play, heal me, bless me, is anybody taking up their cross? No, because if you would take up your cross, it's no way in heck you could be still sitting here. I'm so sick of seeing Tim Walz. I'm so sick of hearing his name. I thought California was bad, but it is. But you know what? California has the mantle is just passed on to other places where they can go and do this foolishness. Maryland is next in line. But y'all don't know that, do you? Because you don't listen to a lot of the different interviews and things, because as usual, you sit and listen to fool you news. That's all you listen to, and you prove yourself a fool. You've already traded God. You have esteemed yourselves too wise. You think you know more than God. God knows everything. He created you, whether you want to believe it or not. Even though Satan is telling you that no, he didn't. The woman up there in New York, the deputy commissioner in what's that, Mount Vernon. Let me update that. It wasn't just her. It was her and I don't know if it was her husband, ex-husband, but the boy's father. I think he's on the run. So they were party to their son committing a crime, shooting. Son is a gang member. They a crime family for real. She's lost her job now. Rightfully so. I don't even know how she got hired, but that's neither here nor there. Because there's definitely some, when they were going through the record and what the son is charged with, and that he's had interactions with the law before and he's a known gang member. No, you can't control what your children are doing, but when your child and you actively involved, but maybe she wasn't, well, they didn't catch it until they're shooting at the courthouse and you driving the getaway car. But the husband or ex-husband, whatever he is, it's just a mess. You got criminal parents. You got the kids out here, 12, 15, not driving vehicles, killing people on the road. Germantown, that's disturbing. And it's not like it's isolated. All these carjackings. Yesterday, middle of the day, alert come on my phone, 7 males robbing somebody over there on Chesapeake Street in Southeast. Why does it take 7 people to rob somebody? I don't know. Nothing but predators, whores, raising whores. Y'all got little girls out here looking like they got weave, lashes, nails. What happened to kids being kids? But that you want to know why. Then, oh, no. And let me not even just stop there. Then the little boys. I don't know which basketball team that was last year that had the little Asian boy. I think it was the little Asian boy. He all effeminate, dressed up. He out there. Adults have children out here presented to things that they ain't got no business being presented to. And then y'all wonder what's wrong with the kids? Adults. Demonically influenced adults. And the taint-defied people on pews and in pulpits that are so busy trying to follow the world because you thirsty and don't have no type of connection with God, that you seek validation everywhere but in him. But then you think you can sit and talk to somebody? Don't comment on nothing of mine ever again. And I'm so serious. Because always quick to have a comment about something. But you need to take an assessment of the people that you actually sitting around here upholding. Because these are the very people that are pushing this garbage on people and on children. It's one thing if you say adults go over here and do whatever. But children, y'all don't draw the line nowhere. And that's why in Proverbs, when they talk about like a city without walls, do you know what that means? Like a city without walls is no boundaries, it's no nothing, it's no order, it's no limits. And y'all have done this to the children. This little boy, I saw it earlier today. I was disgusted. Then my best friend, she said, what in the world? I said, I saw it earlier. Some mother, some stupid tail feral mama, because a lot of these females are feral, worse than cats, had her son in a skirt, uniform skirt and a shirt. The school contact her to let her know he can't come to school like this. What is wrong? Let me tell you something, man. And I told y'all before. All this, they hate you anyway. You need to understand you was the firstborn. You're God's firstborn. You were ordained to be in a certain position. Following behind, see, you are the reason why what he has against us, because Jezebel is in places she ain't got no business being. And look at your children. Look at your sons. Sons are the pride and joy of most men. You allowing these faulty females, because they are so prideful and have a need to elevate themselves above God and above you, to take your children and your sons and turn them into what they're not supposed to be. It's time out for all this foolishness. You need to get your behinds in position. You need to get in prayer. You need to get you an army of praying men. And you need to get out here and deal with this. All the laws that are trying to be put in place to stop it, y'all need to stop fighting it, and you need to stand up for it. Why do you have butch-looking jokes up in the WNBA talking about they want men to play? And you stupid feminists, because you're nitwits. You all cry all the time about men in your but it's okay if they look like sissies, or if they cutting themselves up. You even want that for your sons? You that thirsty and sick to be over a man that you want to emasculate them, and then you men are going to sit there and go for it? Again, as we see with Roland Martin, men that go along with that agenda and follow behind women, you are effeminate, you are a punk, or you are a pervert, pedophile who wants to have sex with children or boys. Period. Because no man is going to push that on any child, male or female, but especially not no male. It's disgusting. These children learn more about sex and gyrating than they do reading, writing, math, science, anything that'll grow their mind. But they sit and tell you that you need more illegals. You don't need no more illegals. They just need to have Americans in position and trained to take jobs and capable to take jobs. But you know why? Because they just discarding. They done. They done. Look, California. I don't know anybody in California that's going to, if you keep voting for people, they announced is it $10 million they planning on all the mayors over there getting together for the illegals. You know how much money they've given these illegals since them borders was open and how much money they're fighting to keep giving them when the federal government is trying to shut all that off because it shouldn't be going to illegals, because that's driving up the cost and messing up opportunities for you. They just taking your taxes and using it to help supplement these people that they done brought here and spread out, and now they want to make a sanctuary for them. And then you wonder why things are high and why certain things not getting paid. But yet they want to keep raising taxes. You keep raising taxes, that's not affordable, because then businesses have to raise rates and this, that. Do y'all ever stop and think about anything? No, because you have no discernment and no wisdom. But yet you want to sit and talk smack and get smart and say stupid stuff to me in comments. If you put more energy into praying with these children, and I'm not talking about praying nothing stupid, nefarious, malicious, or bitter. I'm talking about genuinely praying, because these children need prayer. They don't have the foundation of God that a lot of us grew up with. That's why they easily swayed by any women doctrine. And then you all are falling away because you need to fit in with people. And another thing that I keep telling you, because I have cleaned and worked on cleaning my own playlist. Most of Hollywood have trans children and they promote that garbage. A lot of your athletes now, Dwayne Wade, who I think is a Gump, trans child. Marlon Wayans, actor. Then you got the NAACP now. You are God's child. If you really God's child and God is really the Lord of your life and you're not a taintrin for real, you're going to draw a line, because they have crossed the line. They've been over the line. They're not going to stop. So they're not going to go back over the line. You have to push back. You have to push back. You have to unalign from these people. Come out from among them. Isn't that what it say in the word? But y'all don't know that, because y'all don't even live by the Bible no more. You're not even trying to. And the children are hurting. They're dying. They're choosing to die. They're killing people. And yet you want to sit and coddle and excuse bad behavior. That's not how you give children hope. That's not how they're going to live long. Disrespecting elders, disrespecting their parents, not knowing God, that's what you're supposed to be doing. You need to go back to the Old Testament and move forward. He said every generation you ought to put this in their heart and remind them of what God has done. Instead of trying to rebut and give slick remarks to me, you need to be going somewhere and getting it together. Because there's too much work out here to be done. These children need to be children. Not whores in training. Not tricks in training. Not pronouncing. The future. The future. Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And you have let him cross the line into every piece of it. And he's doing a hell of a job. And the more pushback you try to give him, you don't want to join in. You rather join in with the side that's saying, yeah, we gonna put the boys and the girls sports. No. God's people say no. Because we know that's not from God. If you with that garbage, you ain't God's.